Alright, welcome in, guys. Just finished SummerSlam, got this pay-per-view pirated. Another SummerSlam in the books, August 23rd, 2015, held at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Now, I love these crowds. I love the crowds when they're Chicago, Boston, New York, LA. These are wrestling crowds, hardcore wrestling fans. So this was a good bunch, a lively bunch. I love that. Now, this specific SummerSlam was being built up as the biggest SummerSlam of all time. It was being hyped up as being the biggest SummerSlam in history. And literally, because the first time in history, SummerSlam is a 4-hour show. 4-hour show. 10 matches set up for SummerSlam 2015. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I left SummerSlam 2015 feeling very satisfied. I'll go on record by saying SummerSlam 2015 was a great SummerSlam. Each and every match on the card, I think, delivered. I was satisfied, I was happy with each match's outcome. However, one match I was not too fond of, the ending. Now, when you have a big pay-per-view like SummerSlam or WrestleMania, it doesn't matter who's on the card, what the match stipulation is. It matters the match placement, how the show flows. And I think WWE did a masterful job of that. They started the show hot with Randy Orton and Sheamus. They cut right in the middle, John Cena and Seth Rollins. Then they set the main event up with Kevin Owens and Cesaro, followed by the main event, The Beast versus The Phenom, Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. Now, with that being the main event, that is the match we're going to talk about first. Okay? Now, I'm going to try my best to get through all the matches, but I'm not going to make any promises. I'm just going to go through the matches that I feel I need to go in depth on. I'm going to give you guys my rating towards the end of how, for example, out of 10, of how this SummerSlam would be. So we're going to get right into it. Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. Now, what I tell you guys, what did I fucking tell you? I made a video about a month ago titled Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam 2015 will exceed expectations. The link to that video is down below. Guys, check that out. If you don't want to check it out, I really don't give a fuck. It's just there for your convenience. Check that video out. In that video, I said that due to the poor performance, it wasn't that good of a match. We all know that at WrestleMania 30, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar will put on a fucking show for SummerSlam 2015, and that is what they did. I was thoroughly enjoyed by this match. I was so anticipated. I love the hot start. Undertaker, you know, has that fucking crazy entrance. He's taking his hat off. You see the whites of his eyes. Brock Lesnar didn't even let The Undertaker take off his fucking hat. Didn't even let him take off his fucking hat before he attacked his ass. Threw him around like a rag doll. Couldn't even get his jacket off. Undertaker being tossed around. You rarely see that. And then Undertaker got his bearings, clothesline Lesnar over the top rope, and they were ready to fight. They were ready to fucking fight. Right out of the gate during the match, Brock Lesnar busted open the hard way, or it could have been a blade job. Who knows? We'll see. Lesnar's really known to do some blade jobs. WrestleMania 31 was a blade job. So, it was a hard-hitting match. Brock Lesnar, of course, taking Undertaker to Suplex City. I love it when he looks at the hard camera, saying, Suplex City, bitch. Taking the Undertaker to Suplex City. During the match, you had some German suplexes, some vertical suplexes. Yes, okay, all the sorts. Then you had Undertaker coming back and forth. He looked healthy tonight. He looked healthy. A little bit winded during the match, but so much more healthy. You can see the difference. You can see the difference of when they had their match at WrestleMania 31 to their match here at SummerSlam 2015. You can tell the cardio, you can tell his physique, you can tell that he was in much better shape at SummerSlam 2015. Who knows? Maybe he was in poor shape on purpose at WrestleMania 30 to set up this type of storyline. Who knows? Towards the middle of the match, you had a holy shit moment. Brock Lesnar F5 in The Undertaker through the announce table. Looks like Taker hit his ribs on the edge of the announce table. Looks like it hurt a little bit. But in this match, I was a little bit worried about about Brock Lesnar just completely dominating the Undertaker the entire match. I didn't really want to see that. I didn't want to see a one-sided match. I wanted to see it, two-sided. I want to see a fairly equal match. And Undertaker did hold his own in this match. You had your 2 F5s, Undertaker kicked out of both of them. You had your Tombstone, Brock Lesnar kicked out of that. You had your Kimura locks, you had your Hell's Gates, you had your choke slams. I love the fucking way, man. Every single match you see the Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, the choke slams that Brock Lesnar sells are fucking incredible. Go on YouTube, right? Go on YouTube. Watch this video first. Go on YouTube, type in Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, just choke slam. You can see he bounces back up. He sells that choke slam so fucking well. So like I said, Brock Lesnar busted up early in the match. You had the red. Red equals green. You have to have a little color. It just makes the match, especially the main event of the second biggest show of the year, it makes the match just feel that much more high profile. It already is high profile. It just makes it seem that much more bigger. Now, towards the end of the match, Undertaker locking in Hell's Gate. He's sucking him in. Hell's Gate. Now, while he has him in, Brock Lesnar is, about to tap. Not really. Reverses that and gets the Kimura lock on them. Now, before that, actually, there was one point in the match when we had Brock Lesnar sitting up, turned to the Undertaker, and started fucking laughing in his face. Taker sat up. He started laughing. Yeah, motherfucker! Laughing in Brock Lesnar's face. That moment gave me fucking goosebumps. That gave me goosebumps. Seeing two legends just going fucking insane to do putting their bodies on the line to win this match. A match too big for WrestleMania. That gave me goosebumps. Now, when Brock Lesnar had the Kimura lock, this ending I am not too fond of. This ending I did not like, but this ending makes sense. Early in the match, before the match even started, Michael Cole went on and on and on, saying that Brock Lesnar has not been pinned, Brock Lesnar has not been made to submit in over 2.5 years. So I was saying, are we really going to have Brock Lesnar lose this match? I don't think that's the right decision. Lo and behold, now this is, I don't know if you guys saw SummerSlam yet, maybe you did. I don't know why you're watching this review right now if you don't watch SummerSlam, but if you didn't, this is how the match went down. You had Brock Lesnar, you had the Kimura lock on The Undertaker. Charles Robinson, the referee, is right there, counting the shoulders, 1, and before he even gets to a 2, you hear the bell ring, and you're thinking, what is this? Like reminiscent of Montreal Screwjob. Like you didn't see any tap outs, you didn't see any pins, so I don't know. You're thinking to yourself, well, why the fuck is the bell ringing? Turns out, apparently, The Undertaker tapped out. I didn't know at the moment because Kevin Dunn didn't show the replay. But at the moment, Taker tapped out. Charles Robinson saying to the timekeeper, I didn't call for the bell. Why the fuck are you ringing the bell? Taker gets that low blow. Taker is a heel in this feud. Make no mistake about it. He is the fucking heel in the feud. So when he gets those low blows, that is a heel tactic. But Undertaker is so well respected. You're not going to hear a single boo in this crowd. You did hear it on Monday Night Raw. That was the first time in a long time I heard Undertaker booed. But he is the heel. So hits the low blow, gets the Hell's Gate on Brock Lesnar for the second time. You see the blood rushing down in his face. Brock Lesnar passes out. And officially your winner in the record books is The Undertaker. He is the winner. Brock Lesnar tapped out. And I love it. I love it how, rather than having Brock Lesnar tap out, you have Brock Lesnar, like Michael Cole said, in an act of defiance, gives a fuck you. Give the middle finger to The Undertaker. Vince McMahon probably shitting himself seeing that, but whether that was cleared by Vince or not, that's what Lesnar did. Act of defiance. Taker makes Lesnar pass out. Now, the way this match went down, it makes sense. It makes sense. You can't have Brock Lesnar lose clean to a 50-year-old Undertaker. Just signed a 3-year contract. You have to make him look strong at all costs. He is the beast incarnate. He beat The Undertaker. As far as I'm concerned, after he has the streak, he can't lose any match in his career in WWE. He can't lose a single match clean. You can't have it after he has a streak. You can't have him lose clean at all. So he has to be built to look strong. So it makes sense for, and they show the replay afterwards, Undertaker tapped out. Undertaker did tap out. That's the first time, like I said, Undertaker being booed. I don't think that's the first time I ever seen Undertaker tap out. Undertaker tapped out to Brock Lesnar. Referee didn't see it. Brock Lesnar passed out. Undertaker is your winner. But it makes sense for Lesnar to have the crowd to have the crowd show everyone that he actually did technically win the match. Referee didn't see it. Undertaker goes away with the victory. So Brock Lesnar technically did win. That keeps his credibility. That makes him look strong too. He didn't look weak. He didn't look weak. That's what I was worried about. He did not look weak. Undertaker, of course, did not look weak. He came out the winner. Now the problem I have with this match is it was a great match. It was kind of weird, but it was great at the same time. Like JR said it perfectly. JR said it perfectly. I thought Sting might interfere in this match, set up their feud, but it looks like not. Obviously not. JR said it perfectly in an interview. I would have loved to see Brock Lesnar once again beat The Undertaker clean. Undertaker has never beaten Brock Lesnar in his career. Have Brock Lesnar once again beat The Undertaker. Undertaker go into hibernation, have some vignettes leading up to WrestleMania 32, having training videos saying, this is my retirement match, my final match will be against Brock Lesnar. I have to know if I can beat the Beast. It's already booked right there. Lesnar, Taker, final chapter, WrestleMania 32, and Undertaker in his home state of Texas. He goes out with the victory. That's how you should have booked it, but that's not how they had it. That's not how they had it. Undertaker gets the win. All likelihood, you will have a rematch. Of course, Brock wants fucking revenge. Rematch at 32. That will be Undertaker's retirement match. Overall, a great main event. That was a great main event. I wasn't too big on the ending, but a great main event nonetheless to finish off SummerSlam. Now, before this, we had Kevin Owens versus Cesaro. I thought this match would be match of the night, but it was not. It was not. Right here, I'll tell you, John Cena versus Seth Rollins was the match of the night. Now, I'll get to that in just a few moments. Kevin Owens versus Cesaro. These two, they know what they're doing in the ring. All-star class athletes, two of the best wrestlers in the world. Used to watch these guys on the indie circles. And ROH, Kevin Steen, Claudio Castagnoli, Cesaro. These two put on a solid 15-minute match. And I told you guys in my prediction video. Want to see that video? Link is in the description. I told you guys, Kevin Owens needs this win after coming off pay-per-view losses to John Cena. He needs this win. Cesaro is the babyface. Okay, he can always bounce back from this. Kevin Owens needed this bounce-back win. He gets the win. Solid match. Now, John Cena versus Seth Rollins. Like I said, the match placement was great. The flow right in the middle of the 4-hour show. Now, I went on record saying in my predictions video that John Cena versus Seth Rollins would end in a disqualification. Both men would leave with their respective titles. There would be some sort of outside interference, which there was, but one man did leave. One man did leave with both championships, and that man is Seth Rollins. Thank you, fucking God. Because I'm not ready for John Cena to have another championship run. Like I said, I respect the guy. I don't mind John Cena. It's just, of course, the constant complaints of his character being stale. Yes, it is stale, but I think he's gotten so much better in the ring over the years. His latest run with the United States Championship, he's been doing a great job. I don't mind John Cena right now in his role. I would like him to stay in the mid-card, so I am grateful that he did not win the World Championship and make it 16 times this past SummerSlam. Match of the night. Match of the night. Great match. These two have great chemistry. I knew it would be a great match. I knew it would. I love Seth Rollins' attire. I love those white fucking pants. SummerSlam show. John Cena, of course, has his orange and green shirt. It was just a great match. The way that Rollins can fucking do that superplex from the top rope, get back up so quick, and then give him a sit-out suplex, almost like a Michinoku driver. I love that move. Just back and forth. Of course, you have Seth Rollins kicking out of the AA. Towards the end of the match, like I said, there would be outside interference. Jon Stewart, the host of SummerSlam 2015, has been having an ongoing feud with Seth Rollins over this past year. So, I was a little confused at first why Jon Stewart came out, but in the end, he attacks John Cena with the chair to a chorus of cheers. Of course, Brooklyn fucking hates John Cena. They let him have it tonight. They let him have it. Any move he would do. when he starts doing those shoulder blocks, when he does the 5-knuckle shuffle, they let him have it. So when Jon Stewart took out John Cena with the steel chair, Rollins' pedigree on John Cena, the crowd was loving it. I was loving it. I was counting 1, 2, 3. I was fucking yes, 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 yes. Rollins is your winner. Now, I said in my previous prediction video, both men would go away with their respective titles. I didn't care what happened. The only thing that I wanted the outcome of this match, you can have anything you want to happen, just have Seth Rollins leave with the WWE Championship. JR, Jim Ross said it right. Seth Rollins should hold his WWE Championship until WrestleMania 32. Have him have a year run. Okay, maybe if you want to erase Punk from history, have him have 435 days. Have him beat CM Punk. You can't have Rollins lose that belt. He is too good not to deserve that championship. He needs that belt right now. However poorly he's being booked, he is the consistent star, one consistent shining star throughout this summer and throughout this year in WWE. So you need to have him hold the championship. Now, first man in history to hold both the United States Championship and the WWE Championship. And now, that's just right there. WWE has you hooked. It has me hooked. It has every wrestling fan hooked. You're going to tune in tomorrow night to see the fallout from this match, to see how John Cena is going to try to retain that championship. If he does, you're going to have a match. You're hooked now. Match of the night. 3 great matches right there towards the latter end of SummerSlam 2015. Great show. Then you had the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. That was actually a surprisingly decent match. The New Day retains, Kofi Kingston getting the pin, capitalizing on Titus O'Neil, knocked him out of the ring, gets the win. Stephen Amell surprised me. He surprised me. When it comes to celebrity matches, I've seen much worse. You can tell, he didn't want to go out there, put on a lame fucking show, do a lot of botches. I didn't see one bot from Stephen Amell. He tried his hardest, and I enjoyed it. He surprised me. Kudos to Stephen Amell for getting in there and really working hard to put on a show. Neville gets the win over King Barrett with Stephen Amell. Green Arrow, Red Arrow get the victory. Randy Orton versus Sheamus to open the show. Solid match. Randy Orton got his win in his hometown of St. Louis back at Battleground. Sheamus with 2 brogue kicks gets the win over Sheamus here. You have to have the Money in the Bank holder have credibility. Big win for Sheamus. You have the 3 Divas Elimination Tag Match, which was won by PCB, Paige, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch. It was actually a really good match. I like this match. You have to give Divas time to show what they can do. 15-minute match between these Divas. Team Bad was eliminated. Tamina Snuka was pinned. And then Becky Lynch pinned Brie Bella, I believe it was Brie Bella, after a pump handle slam. Either the pump handle slam or a gut wrench, whatever it was. They get the win. What else do we have? We got family versus family. Solid tag team match. A lot of tag team match. I love tag team wrestling. This was a solid tag team match. It was hot from the start. You had Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns just flying through the air against the Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. Luke Harper, he fucking amazed me. Brody Lee, he amazes me every time he steps in that ring. For his size and his athleticism, it's fucking amazing. He surprised me. I love what he can do in the ring. Babyfaces get the win. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns get the win after the Dirty Deeds and Spear on Bray Wyatt. Triple threat match, IC title. I don't give a fuck. Ryback retains. And I think that's, guys, that's your SummerSlam. That's your SummerSlam 2015. If I'm missing anything, let me know in the comments. If you guys like my review, out of 10, you know, it was a solid SummerSlam match. Oh, actually, we had Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev. I don't know why it wasn't a mixed tag team match. You had that interference anyway. Double count out for that match. But if I had to give it, it wasn't the best SummerSlam I've ever seen. The best SummerSlam I've seen was SummerSlam 2002. That was a great SummerSlam. 1997, that was a great SummerSlam. The SummerSlam, Bret Hart versus British Bulldog, Bret Hart versus Owen Hart, those SummerSlams were good. But this SummerSlam, I'll give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. Very good SummerSlam. I would not give it a full 10. I did not like the ending of Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. I did not like that. I already gave my views on that. I love the ending of John Cena versus Rollins. Man, did you see how much? God damn. You see how much John Cena was protected? God damn. Shit. Not only did John Cena get the technical 3 after the referee was knocked down, but then he was attacked with a steel chair, pedigreed on it. God damn. Anyway, that's your SummerSlam 2015 review, guys. If you enjoyed it, I don't even know. I don't even need to fucking tell you. You guys know what to do. If you liked it, like it. If you didn't like it, I'm sorry. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Guys, thank you. Have more videos coming out for you. I have some crazy stories to get to you guys. Have a good night. Peace out.